What's up? This war is against... I'm not going to try to pronounce that. I don't know. But it's against, presumably, an Asian alliance. I believe that's Chinese, but I'm not 100% certain. So, this war is a very sad war. A very, very disappointing war for me personally. I mean, it's going to be in the thumbnail. But in this war, I give up my first path death of the season. And worse, it was just poor play. There are some path deaths that I would be okay with, but we'll get to that. Sorry. This first fight was against a Black Widow on Node 21, which is an enhanced ability, so not bad placement. That would be good, effective placement for maybe tier 3 or tier 2 wars. You know, maybe if somebody has a smaller attacking team or less powerful attacking team. But I just played her with the light attacks. I skipped the medium attacks and did mostly 4-hit combos if I was afraid of an evade. This is a Juggernaut on Node 27, True Strike and Stun Immune. And you see here, I throw my L2. I was anticipating an intercept. I was going to do one of the Dorky Dave intercepts, and that didn't go well. And then I get caught on a backdraft. Or just on a dash back, and then there I get caught again. So this war is already off to a tremendous start. This is only the second fight, and I am making some really, really bad errors. I am lucky that this Juggernaut was not a Labyrinth of Legends Ultron. I could have taken Bleed there. Of course, I would have used Blade in this fight if it were an Ultron, but I could have taken Poisons. I'm sorry, I think I said Bleeds. I don't know. I'm kind of flustered watching this. This is a tough war to relive. But all right, I slide over here. It's the enhanced bleed node and enhanced crits, but most people will place a bleeder here, and that's why I take Blade despite the class disadvantage. Deadpool X-Force, commonly known as X-Pool Dead Force. He is really so bad, but he is he's not terribly difficult. What I'm trying to do is bait him out before that 30%, knowing that he'll get that burst of power, and then once he does start that power gain when he hits 30% health, then obviously I'm going to try to bait him out, and I won't attack into him at that point. And usually he baits pretty easily, so I got him to throw his special, and I finished him off at that point. So here we are going to travel up to Node 46, which is, I would say, a Mystic 95% of the time, and it's a 6-star, so again, I've said this before, but really the only 6-star Mystic champ that would cause some concern would be a Morningstar, but you would see her persistent charges. So I knew it wasn't her. I knew it was just a diversity placement, and so I went in with Blade just because I can parry bleed if I need to, and it is a guillotine, or as some in the community call, a guillotine. But here I'm going to bait out another special, and I think I'm going to hold that L3 because I didn't want to waste that stun and then not be able to attack into her. That probably would have pushed her to like 2.5 bars of power, and I wouldn't want to attack into her, give her 3 bars of power. So, alright, so this is a 345 mutant champ on the unblockable 1 node. I'm thinking Archangel, and it is a Cable. So among mutant champs, Cable is probably the worst matchup for Blade. He is still absolutely killable with Blade. The trick with Blade is just to not parry or use any specials, because his parry and his specials cause bleed. This is at full speed or normal speed, so I'm going to spoil it here. This is my first death of the season, and you look at our respective PIs there. I'm at almost 14,000, and he's at just under 16,000, so it's about an even matchup, which in war means that the attacker should win that fight every time. And I just made so many mistakes, obviously. I got parried to start the fight, and then I took 2 L1s, and I got hit with a heavy. There's not a whole lot that you can say because you guys saw that fight. There's not any gameplay issue that I could blame or anything like that, and I don't know how it is for the very top end players in this game, but you know, I think that I'm a pretty decent player, and I generally do well in war for a top end alliance, and I mean, I can tell you I make mistakes every war, and it's just the mental fortitude and the focus that it takes in every fight. I just feel like every player is bound to make mistakes, and you know, the way to avoid dying is just to not compound the mistakes that you do make. When you do make mistakes, just try to calm down, reset, like I did in that Juggernaut fight. I was able to survive that despite making a whole bunch of mistakes. But here I get clipped on a dashback, and if I had to guess, I would say that most of the hits that I take in war, just in the bigger picture overall, would be on mistimed dashbacks. If you dash back too soon, then when they dash, they'll clip you, and so that happened there. Ultimately, was not a huge issue, but it was a mistake nonetheless, and that's what I'm saying. And in this war, absolutely, I make an inordinate amount of mistakes. It just happens. I don't know, and maybe it doesn't for everybody. So I don't know. I'll probably get some comments about how I suck, and that is very much deserved. But I do want to post every single video, and I like to highlight the mistakes that I do make, because I like to share those mistakes just in case other players are struggling with a certain fight, and maybe they identify a mistake that I make as one that they make sometimes, and maybe we can try to learn a little bit together. That's partly why I wanted to start posting all of these war videos. So here we have a Dormammu boss fight, and again, it looks like it's in slow motion because it follows a whole bunch of fights that were in you know, fast motion or sped up a little bit. But this is normal speed, and you can see that this is going very well. So far, it's a very, very clean Dormammu boss fight. I am going to make some mistakes in this fight too, because this is the war of many tater mistakes. So I think I get him to up to 99, and I make just a really dumb mistake. So here I dash back, and you see here that I throw a medium attack for some reason. Normally when you dash into him, hit into his block, you want to hit him with 2 light attacks, and then you dash back. Anytime in all of the content of the game that you throw a medium attack into a block, you are left completely exposed to a counterattack, and the AI is almost always going to hit you. So that was just a boneheaded mistake. And then there, I did get intercepted on a medium intercept from the backdraft strategy, and you know, a lot of people have commented on the previous video in which I fought a Dormammu boss, but the Dormammu boss has been acting a little bit funky in Alliance War, so just be aware of that, and play it cautiously. Don't make the same mistake that I did. But that is the war, guys. We did win this war. We won it pretty comfortably, so that certainly helped alleviate the pain of dying to that cable. But I hope that you guys liked the video. comment if you'd like to. If you want to give me some very harsh feedback, or if you just want to expel some frustration and tell me how bad I am and all that stuff, then you are absolutely more than welcome to do that. I do try to respond to every single comment, even the ones that that may or may not hurt my feelings a little bit. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be posting another one soon.